Welcome back. The birds are chirping, the sun is mostly shining, and patio weather is almost upon us. It must be spring.
And our next guest is here to put our palates to a taste test with a variety of high and low wines for this new season. Please welcome back to the show, Sommelier Beverly Crandon.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, Beverly, we love having you. Okay, so we finally made it to spring. Hallelujah. And so what should we be thinking about in terms of alternative wines for this time of year?
Listen, when it comes to spring, I'm looking for wines that are lighter, fresher, more vibrant. Like, I want a wine that's going to match the season and what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Like, when you think about it, when spring hits, we're looking forward to the first mild day so we can be on the patio.
Yep.
We're doing dinners with friends. We're maybe opening up the barbecue, cooking outside more. Yeah. And so I want a wine that's going to accompany everything that I'm doing. So what I have here today are 6 wines.
Okay.
And they all kind of match that light, fresh spring type of vibe.
Yeah.
But we're taking it one step further, like you mentioned. And we've got expressions both on the low scale and the higher scale in terms of price point.
Okay.
And what I'm gonna have you guys do is taste the 2 wines in each category and see if you can tell which one is pricey.
Oh my God, I
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so we have white, rosé, and red. Let's start with white. And what do you want us to know about whites during this time of year?
So when I'm picking a white wine for this time of year, I'm looking for a wine that's got great acidity, great floral aromas on the nose, and bright fruit on the palate. Because you want a white wine that's gonna go great with food, so that acidity, and conversation. So I'm looking for a couple of elements. And so what I have for you today are 2 white wines, 2 different grapes, but they've got a lot of similarities in terms of that great acidity, and they've got some phenolics on the palate. So they've got some depth on the palate, which makes them amazing for food and wine pairing. So go ahead, taste those, and place them what you think is high or low. Place
I
it
already am terrible at this. I can tell. They taste the exact same
Are
to
you
me.
serious? I think this is a Sauvignon Blanc, and I'm going high.
Okay.
And I think the second one, I'm not too sure what it is, but there's some butter in there, and I'm going low.
And just to keep things interesting, I'm gonna go opposite. I'm gonna say that this one is the high, and this one is the low.
And you know what? If you want to reveal, Cynthia, you
Am I going like this one?
Yep.
Cynthia,
Google
get
both.
it?
She's right. She's got them both right. Yeah. She got them both right. So the first one is from Q Vineyards, and it's their Pinot Grigio, and that's $15. The second one is from Clara Micheli, which is a winery in Italy, and that is $49.
Are
It's from
you
Pecorino.
serious?
100%. And that is the one I thought you would like. I know you're gonna get that.
Somebody has a more refined palate.
But you know why you thought they were similar? It's because they both have heavy phenolics on the palate.
Yeah.
And that's why I put them side by side.
The nose upsets me.
But you know what? Listen, this Q Vineyards one, like, don't poo-poo wines that are under $20. Exactly.
It's
I
so
love that
good.
Pinot Grigio.
No, they are. They're both really good. They're both really, really good.
Hopefully we'll be able to get outside more to enjoy a glass of white wine soon. How does the spring weather affect the flavors of the wine?
You know what? It does nothing. But you ever been on vacation and then you had a wine when you're on vacation? You're like, I love this wine, and you bring it back home. You're like, it's not so much. It's your mood when you're consuming the wine that makes it an elevated experience.
Okay. Wow. Okay. Jess, you got to put your wines back.
Oh yeah.
And we're going to move on to a rosé. So what should we know about a spring rosé?
Listen, rosé in my mind is like a double duty wine because it pairs so wonderfully with food. It's made like it's a white wine, but it comes from red grapes, and so you've got layers and complexity on the palate. So these 2, go ahead and try those.
Okay.
These are, of course, 2 different wines. But in both cases, although one is a little darker than the other, the winemakers tried to extract more color from the grapes, which is why I thought I would put them side by side and see if you can tell which one on the lower side, higher side.
I'm going to go with the pale one is a bit more of a higher end, and the darker one is lower end. Okay. But they're both very nice, again.
Yeah. And you could have that with so many things.
I don't know. Okay, just to be contrarian, I'm gonna go the darker one is high and the lighter one is low.
You are now correct.
Correct. You've redeemed yourself.
So the lighter one is from Enniskillen. It's the Niagara State Series Rosé. And this one, Comunica, is called Foxy Lady, and that's from Spain, and named after one of the Hendrix songs.
This is interesting.
It is really interesting. I feel like the Enniskillen one is a little bit sweet, on the sweeter side. So
good catch.
When it comes to dry versus sweeter rosé, which option is better, or is there a better one for spring?
There really isn't. What you want to look for with a wine is a level of acidity. I can give you a rosé that's got 11 grams of residual sugar, and that's off dry, so sweet, considered sweet. But if it's got good acidity, it's going to balance it out for me, and I won't even care.
That's a very excellent note.
Very good.
And obviously, because you're a sommelier.
Well,
okay, so finally, we have a red wine. Talk to us about
Yeah.
reds at this time of the year.
So a lot of people think red wines are just for fall and winter, and that is so wrong. Once you're serving your red wines at the right temperature, you're good to go. People think we should serve our red wines at room temperature. When that saying came out and when that notion was, the houses were very cold. It's not like how it is now with central air
castle
and all that stuff.
temperature.
Exactly. So you want to serve your red wines between 14 to 18 degrees. Do not serve them at room temperature, which is 21, 22, 23. Way too hot. And so today I've got 2 lighter bodied red wines for you to try. And these I can serve at 16 degrees and be lovely, and they're gonna be crisp and great acidity and all that kinds of good stuff. One's a Cab Franc, one's a Grenache. Which is which? What's high, what's low?
Okay, I'm going with this.
This is
was
tough.
what it was. I'm going this way. I'm making a decision here.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm doing the exact same. I'm doing this one
Yep.
high, this one low.
Okay.
Oh, and you're both right.
Wow! Finn!
Yeah, you want to reveal who's
Yeah.
there? So the first one is actually from Ontario. It's from Melville Wines, and that's the Cabernet Franc. The second one is Latido de Serra from Spain, and that's the Grenache.
Oh my gosh, they are both lovely. But you mentioned keeping our reds on a bit of the cooler side, castle temperature. Does that work for all reds, like even the heavier ones?
100%. You cannot have your heavy wines at room temperature. The alcohol will punch you in the face. I'm telling you.
Oh,
Telling you.
I mean, sometimes people might want that, but anyway, no.
That's each his own.
Well, this has been delightful, truly.
Yeah, you guys did a good job.
Thank you so much,
Oh my God,
Beverly.
thank
We're
you.
gonna do this again.
Yeah, that was so much
Tomorrow,
fun.
the next day. Hey, you, come a bit closer. We've got so many more must-see interviews, spicy debates, lifestyle tips, and pop culture moments. So subscribe to our channel by tapping the logo below and don't miss out.